I'm sitting here with the cast of 1,000 Splendid Sons. Okay, so Rashid, how did playing him affect you, and describe him to us?
Well, Rashid, he was a middle-aged man. He owned a shoe repair shop in Kabul. Throughout the book, we see Rashid grow increasingly abusive and cold-hearted. His yearning for a son overtook his need for a partner. And playing Rashid affected me in the sense that it made me realize that no woman should be treated like that. Abuse is not okay and should not be okay in any country.
So how did having to display the action of abuse affect you?
Having to display the action abuse affected me in such a deep level. If I ever hit my wife, I couldn't forgive myself. The abuse of a woman is a very prominent issue in the world, and today and needs to be fixed.
So Miriam, describe her to us and tell her how she affected you.
Miriam is strong in the sense of putting up with things that would be difficult for a normal person to put up with, but she doesn't look out for herself like she does other people.
That's cool. Okay, so how does the character Miriam relate to modern times?
It relates to modern time because, like, a lot of women, not just in Afghanistan, are being abused, and it's just very sad to think that many women are being abused. That's why it was such an important and informative role to take on.
Awesome. So Layla, describe her to us and tell us how she affected you.
Layla's a young woman with lots of perseverance, and when she wants something, nothing can stop her from achieving her goal.
Cool. How would you feel if all of your loved ones abandoned you like Layla's abandoned hers?
I would be devastated. I mean, playing the role of Layla made me stronger, and a lot of people think that playing a role isn't just pretending to be that person. You actually have to connect and become them. And seeing what Layla went through and all the pain made me realize I can achieve my goals too.
Awesome. So Tariq, describe his character and how he affected you.
Well, to be honest, Tariq is a very outgoing person. He's a very caring and passionate individual. As he inspires me to do more as an individual because he's just so outgoing. He really cares for others, and you can really see that throughout the book.
Awesome. How did staying in the camp affect you and help you see the world differently?
It really opened my eyes to see how many people in our world suffer today, and that the general American citizen doesn't really know about that. It makes me feel that I should do more for charities and other things out there because so many people are suffering.
So Aziza, tell us how she is, like her character, and how she affected you.
Aziza, at first she's a very quiet child, but as she grows up she becomes really outspoken and she's not really afraid to be herself. She's neglected a lot by Rashid, but whenever she gets to know Tariq, they have an amazing relationship. And playing the role of Aziza, it was really hard because I have a really close relationship with my mother, and trying to picture her like being abusive to me, like it hurts, so I can kind of connect to Aziza, like picture it, and it's not.
How did the character of Aziza growing up in fear affect you?
The fact that she was able to overcome her fear and stand up to Rashid, and kind of like try and protect Miriam and her mother, it really made me feel empowered.
Awesome. That's all for today. We'll see you later.
सुरशाल जुड़ला सुना बीपी शीरी ने जड़ गुले रबान देवा जब सुरशाल जुड़ला सुना बीपी शीरी ने जान सरजान का या में सुरशाल का औचित्य प्रोत पजुल्फ यमा बीबी शीरीने जड़ गुले रबान देवा चबा सुरशाल जुड़ला सुना बीबी शीरीने